Secretary of State Marco Rubio voicing optimism that talks with Ukrainian officials could bring an end to the war in Eastern Europe as soon as this week.
The important point today is that we have made substantial progress. We've really moved forward. So I feel very optimistic that we're going to get there in a very reasonable period of time very soon.
Despite the U.S. and Ukraine saying talks have progressed, the death toll, the war continues to rise. 4 Ukrainians were killed overnight in a massive Russian drone attack on Kharkiv. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has more from the White House. Tom, good morning. How soon could we see this alleged progress turn into a full peace deal?
Hey, Nick, good morning from the White House. Well, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is saying that more work needs to be done to get this peace plan over the finish line, and that peace plan with Ukraine and Russia continues to evolve despite this Thursday deadline set by President Donald Trump here at the White House. But to dive into this a little bit further, this peace plan that's being talked about over in Europe consists of 28 points, and it was a plan put together by the U.S. and Russia, and it remains at the center of these talks. It includes Ukraine giving up territory, limiting the size of its army, and Ukraine agreeing not to join NATO in exchange for security guarantees and money toward reconstruction efforts. Russia largely avoids major concessions. The White House team saying in a statement that, quote, Ukrainian representatives believe the current draft reflects their national interests and provides credible and enforceable mechanisms to safeguard Ukraine's security in both the near and long term. But lawmakers on both sides of the aisle still voice concerns about the plan.
It's awful. It would make Neville Chamberlain's giving in to Hitler, the outset of World War II, look strong in comparison. From Congress, both sides, people pushing back, and obviously the Europeans feel like they've been totally left high and dry.
President Trump's team has not ruled out meeting with Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky here at the White House, with a press person here at the White House saying that all options remain at the table right now. Nick?
Tom, quick question for you there. How are lawmakers trying to put a financial strain on Russia as this war rages on? Because that's another tactic being used, correct?
Absolutely. Look, there's peace talks taking place in Europe, but, another big focus here in the United States are big sanctions being put against Russia and other countries that do business with them. In fact, there's a Republican representative who's put forward a plan and submitted a petition to force a vote in the House on the measure, which includes imposing a 500% tariff on any country buying Russian oil or uranium, and for penalties against Russia if it refuses to negotiate a peace deal with Ukraine or conducts another invasion there. So the House will be back in session next week. But here's a big thing with this plan. It's that it's got support from both Democrats and Republicans. So stay tuned as far as this vote being held. That petition has been submitted, and we could see support from both Democrats and Republicans for it.
And we know that Secretary of State Marco Rubio is definitely leading the charge on this. Tom, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.